Okay, good evening. Good evening. I hope my voice is audible. I'm visible. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I hope my voice is audible and I'm visible. Thank you for joining today. So today's session we have on healthcare data analytics. So what is healthcare data analytics? How it is going to impact the healthcare industry and also the future of healthcare industry? What is the importance of the healthcare analytics and how important it is for day in and day out for the clinicians or for pharmaceutical industry or for hospitals, and what are the latest trends and technology, where it started, how it went, and what are the advantage and disadvantage and all those stuff we are going to do. So today we are first going to announce the hepatitis day event winners. So that's the first thing. And later on, I'll be speaking about the healthcare analytics, what is healthcare analytics and all those stuff. So without any delay, let's go into the first point, which is your health hepatitis day event winner announcement. So this is the winner announcement. We are going to do it on 2nd of August today at 6 o'clock. So we have had hepatitis day event. So the event was conducting an online quiz competition to raise the awareness about the hepatitis. So this was a theme, and we wanted to conduct how people are understanding about hepatitis. So we had number of registrations for 136. 136 people got registered for this particular event, and we had nearly 109 students who have given the online quiz. And there were B Farms, M Farm, PharmDs, and PhDs and BDS. More than 50%, were non-Clinosol students. And theme was to increase the awareness about the hepatitis. So we wanted to explain about what are the causes and what are the treatments and what are the available vaccines and what is the national immunization program of India, whether it is communicable or not communicable, how can we prevent this hepatitis and all those stuff. We wanted to raise the awareness about the hepatitis day. So that's why we have put online quiz competition. So now we had theme to increase the awareness about the hepatitis, and this was a quiz competition conducting on 20 questions. We had 20 questions, and the time limit was being given 10 minutes so that they can complete the quiz competition. No negative marking was there, and top marks were out of 20. There was 19 marks. One question got wrong. So this was the top score by a couple of people. So one was 19 and one was 18. So why it was being conducted to raise the awareness, to know about the causes, preventions, also vaccines, and also about the national immunization program in India, which is conducted by India to raise awareness about your uh, programs of vaccines, particularly for hepatitis. So hepatitis is more dangerous cause because hepatitis can be occurred or can come into picture because more of people are going into alcoholic mode and more pressure is being put on a liver, and some of the medications are also tend to give hepatitis, and people are suffering with a lot of hepatitis problems. So now this is about your why it was conducted. And coming back to what is the next event which we are going to conduct is we are going to conduct August 13th organ donation day. So we are coming up with one more event which is organ donation day, because we are speaking more about how organ donation can help our people, society, and other people, that how organ donation can make sure that it gives one more life. So organs, if it is being donated, it is two lives: one life when you are alive and one more life when you are donating the organs, because organs can be donated and they can be reused and utilized one more time. You cannot produce the organ, but you can reuse the organ which is already available. So organ donations, there is so much of understanding about organ and awareness about organ donations, and people who are 180, 100 years, 109 years, who are recently died also, they are donating their organs. So we are going to conduct organ donation day. The theme and competition and all those details will be explained later on. But the event is going to be conducted in August 13th. So coming back to the first winner who was there in hepatitis day. So it was Manish Sanjay Panch Pandey. He was a B farm, and he's a B farm from Maharashtra. So he's the first prize. So congratulations, Manish, Sanjay. So, and we will be releasing the poster shortly in some time. And the second prize, there was only 1 mark difference for first prize and second prize. The second prize was Divyank Rajendra Patil. He is also a B farm, and he is also from Maharashtra. He got 18 marks. So congratulations, first prize and second prize winners, and we'll be getting back to you with a memento and also the certificate for winner announcement. So this is about the hepatitis day. So I'm going to discuss about today's topic, which is healthcare analytics. So what are the topics we are going to cover today? So because I was talking to a couple of students and they were doing some of the project works in this healthcare analytics. So I thought this information is more important needed for students to understand how healthcare data can be utilized. But really people are not sure about what is healthcare data and what is the sources of data which is coming and how it can be used in particular for the patient outcome and quality of life, and also for the hospitals or for pharmaceutical manufacturers to bring up a new molecules also. So there are so many steps included for healthcare data analytics, and how this came into picture we are going to discuss. So what are the points we are going to discuss? First one is I'm going to discuss what is healthcare data. So we are just ignoring healthcare data, but we have to discuss about healthcare data because everyone comes from a pharma background. And the second one, most important, is what is analytics. So analytics is playing major role because most of people wanted predictive analytics or descriptive analytics or statistical aspects. So analytics is playing major role to give insights. What insights we are able to give. So in analytics is giving so much of nice thing. So we are going to discuss about what is analytics. So the third point we are going to discuss about what is healthcare data analytics. I will be discussing first healthcare data, the second one is analytics, and third one is what is healthcare data analytics. And the fourth one I'll be discussing about what is the history, where it started, what is the current situation of healthcare data analytics, and what is the future of healthcare data analytics. Where are we looking at with the use of healthcare data analytics, with the insights of the healthcare data which is produced by huge amount of data? How are we going to utilize this data in terms of giving the outcome of the patients, or giving the right quality of life, or giving the precision medicines, and giving the predictive analysis, and avoiding the frauds, or making sure that exact treatment can be given to the subjects or patients. So I'll be speaking about history and current industries and also future trends of healthcare data. And I'll be speaking about process of healthcare data analytics. What is the process of healthcare data analytics? How the healthcare analytics data processes can be done. So what is mean by process? I'll be explaining about healthcare data analytics process. And the most important one, application of healthcare data. So I spoke about so much about healthcare data. Where do we apply? In which areas do we apply the healthcare data analytics or insights which are being produced from healthcare data, and the data which is coming from different multiple sources? How can we analyze and how can we give insights, and that insights can predict the futuristic aspects of a disease, either for a particular group of patients or particular community or particular country. So this is one more time applications. I'll be speaking about what are the advantage, and I'll be speaking about limitations, because healthcare data analytics comes with IT background and so much of systems and servers and security systems and privacies, confidentialities, and documentation. So much things will come in picture. So I'll be speaking about what are the limitations also. And last but not least, I'll be speaking about regulations about the healthcare data analytics. So I'll be speaking about all these topics today. So what is healthcare data? What is analytics? What is healthcare data analytics? What is current and the history, current and future of the healthcare data analytics, the process of healthcare data analytics, and what is the future of healthcare data analytics? What are the applications of healthcare data analytics? What are the advantage and what are the limitations, and what is the which is the regulations about the healthcare data analytics? So without any delay, what is actually healthcare data? We'll be discussing about what exactly comes in healthcare data. So now coming back to healthcare data, any data which is relevant to healthcare conditions or patient conditions or quality of life or health outcomes. So the patient diagnoses or diseases or EHRs or EMRs or claims or insurance, you name it, you image, x-rays, all these records come into one thing which is called as healthcare data. So images also can be converted into data, and how this data can be understood is something which is called as healthcare data. Healthcare data can be produced everything from different sources, including variables like smart watches or patient records or medical imaging technologies or prescription records or insurance records or claim records. All this kind of information can be getting from your healthcare data. And healthcare information can be also getting from the patient related information like medical histories, signs and symptoms, diagnoses, and our procedures and outcomes of the patient. So this is something which is called as healthcare data. It can come from technology, which is your variables. It can come from your uh, quality of life, it can come from your patient records like medical histories or also concomitant medications or signs and symptoms. All those aspects also can come into healthcare data. So altogether it is considered as healthcare data. Now coming back to what is analytics. So now it is very simple that quite one aspect which can give analytics so that it can use the insights of the data with a meaningful understanding of data. So because you give so much of data that this many patients came, this much diseases, this much this, and all those things. Now, say for example, during rainy season, we are getting more of chikungunya, we are getting more of dengue, and more of medications are being used for chikungunya and dengue. So how are we going and telling this information? Because we are collecting so much of data from the patients and we are understanding the prescriptions which are being written by the patients or written by the physicians. And also we are looking at what pharmacies are being dispensing. So much of paracetamol, so much of antibiotics, so much of painkillers are being discussed or dispensed for a particular month. And diagnosis is more of lab reports which are coming for a particular disease. So in this particular time, the more occurrence of chikungunya and also dengue is happening because of increase of your rain or because of increase of surrounding nature with the mosquitoes. So this is what is the importance of analytics, which can provide you insights to understand about the patient health and also outcome of the patients. So there are different types of analytics or different types of analysis. The first one is descriptive analytics, and the second one is predictive analytics, and the third one diagnostic analysis, and also prescriptive analytics. Based on your prescriptions, we can do the prescriptive analytics. Now combination of these two is called as healthcare data analytics. So now we are taking the data from the patients, images, scans, wearables, and also your medical history records, insurance claims, everything, pharmacy records, everything we are taking, and we are analyzing this data to give a proper insight to respective patients or a age group or a country group or a community group or a gender group. So you can plan a treatment accordingly based on the available data which is already been given to you. So now what is healthcare data analytics? The healthcare data analytics is a subset of a data analytics. So basically data analytics is a bigger word. You can analyze any kind of a data, but we are discussing majorly about your healthcare data, which is a subset of data analytics which has started long back. But the most important aspect is it uses both historic data and also the current data to predict the future or to give the actionable insights about your decision making for the physician or a doctor or for a country. So healthcare analytics is a process where it uses the data analytics tools or applications or processes wherein it uses both historic data and also the current data, and it gives a meaningful insights so that we can plan for actionable insights and improve your decision making. You can improve your decision making and you can optimize the patient outcome. So patient will be happy if you use the patient data, the historic data and current data, and give a meaningful insight to the patients. Now, this is what you call it as the healthcare data analytics. Now coming back to what is the history, where it started. So down the line, I think 1950 this started. After the first computer was invented in 1946, the term called as healthcare analytics has been coined. But we were not having the medical records electronically. Earlier, we used to put it as prescription as paper, the electronic health records of diagnosis reports or lab reports or ECG reports, X-ray reports, everything was being conducted in paper and they used to have files. But we started using EHRs and EMRs, wherein the whole the analytics have got changed because there is so much of data which is already available, which is electronic health records and electronic medical record, which was invented, which was started in 1960s, early years of 1960s. The technological innovations for EHR and EMR records came into picture, wherein the healthcare data analytics got everything changed. So by 1990, we started speaking about healthcare data analytics and understanding about the available data from the patients or also from the hospitals or from particular city to analyze and to give a meaningful impact or meaningful outcomes for precision medicines or outcome of the patient. So that's what you have tried to do it. So healthcare, as of now, today, we are using huge data, and this data is being entered electronically rather than manually by the physicians, which is used by the healthcare analytics scientist or data scientist, which they are using they are using multiple methods. So they are using neural networks, or also they are using the different technologies or different methods and processes to understand about the healthcare analytics. So current situation is we have increased the digital advancement in healthcare, which has made more efficient treatment and also the outcome of the patient and advanced care, and also increased the disease preventions. Like for example, you can prevent a particular disease if you understand what is going to happen. Suddenly raise in the fevers can give a information that how you can prevent this particular disease in particular zone. So say for example, in a particular Bangalore, there are 4 zones: east, west, and south and north. Particular zone, they are more concerned about use of paracetamol. Every day the use of paracetamol has drastically increased. Every day the images have drastically increased. Everyone is going for x-rays. Then you can understand that there is some big problem which is coming up for a particular zone, and we can understand how we can prevent that particular disease by using healthcare data analytics, and for understanding meaningful outcomes of the patients. So what is the future? So the predictive analytics is the future, and it can enhance the personalized treatment for a particular patient, for a hospital, and also for a particular place or a country, and also for pharmaceutical manufacturers. So patient treatment can be precise, and doctor can utilize a particular historic data and current data of the patient to understand about how this data can be utilized and given the treatment for the patient. And also it can be used for a particular hospital, that what are the more major aspects which we are getting and how we can prevent this kind of a diseases. For particular place, we can utilize that, how we are going to use this healthcare data analytics. And pharmaceutical industries can come up with so much of ideas that what is the futuristic diseases we are going to get and how can we prevent. So integration of AI can make machine learnings, and AI can make the diagnostic process very streamlined and identifying the disease very quickly. You can identify the disease very quickly before it occurs by using healthcare data analytics, and also integrating AI and machine learning and making new processes so that you can identify the disease before it occurs, and you can prevent particular diseases in point of things. Now, what is the process of the healthcare data analytics? So analysis of the data. So from the collection, then you conduct your analysis, and then you can go ahead and submit and conclude your insights. So this is the 3 ideas which you will have. You have different sources of data, including your interactions, medical procedures, and healthcare interventions, and also your medical records, insurance claims, and all those data you collect it, and then you process that data, you clean the data, you validate the data, and then you put it in a very much analytical way, which is meaningful data. So the data which is scrambled here and there, you does not understand what this data is speaking. You put it in a particular way by cleaning the data, by validating the data, and also by processing the data and putting analytical data in a particular way where it can be used for giving meaningful insight. So where we can apply this healthcare data analytics, how can we apply this healthcare data analytics, which points? The first one, personalized medicine, individual patient-based treatment, EHR and EMRs, patient engagements and variables, and medical imagings, predictive analytics, and real-time alertings, drug development, clinical research. All these places we can utilize the use of your healthcare data analytics. So you can use personalized medicine, EHR and EMRs, clinical decisions, patient engagements, variables, and also medical imaging and predictive analytics and real-time data, drug development, and clinical research. Also, you can use particularly the advantage or application of healthcare data analytics in this particular aspects. Now, what are the advantages? So, improved patient outcomes. The patient gets a particular outcome, diagnosing of the diseases, prevention of the particular diseases, accurate and quicker diagnosis, empowering decision making for the doctor, exact decision he can make to give the treatment, greater efficiencies, improving of staffings, that how many people are required to particularly treat the patient, greater insights about the public health, a particular zone, particular place, they are endangered with that particular drug or a disease or particular these things you can identify, and greater insight can be given for a particular healthcare people. So what are the limitations? So the limitations are very clear: the data security and privacy, and the integration of data, the quality of data, the amount of data, the challenges of the regulatory compliance and use of ethical concerns are some of the limitations. Data privacy and security integrations, and very difficult data for integrating and also regulatory compliance, and also ethical concerns are your some of the limitations. Now coming back to what are the most important regulatory compliance, what are the regulations we have for healthcare data analytics. So first one, data quality and integrations. There are some CFRs, code of federal regulations, ICH GCP, and also your HIPAA regulations for privacy and security. Regulatory compliance like HIPAA and GDP, and also 21 CFR part 11s, your electronic documents and electronic signatures, and also it requires data literacy, or it requires the system literacy, and also workforce skills. And ethical considerations is most challenging. Whatever data we are pulling, whether ethically we are doing it or not, is one more concern we have. So we discussed about what is healthcare data, so which comes from healthcare data, and we discussed about the analytics and how healthcare data analytics can be used, what is the history, current industry, and also the future trends of healthcare data. And we discussed about process of healthcare data analytics, and also we discussed about different applications of healthcare data analytics, and also what are the advantage, limitations, and regulations about the healthcare data analytics. I think I'm open for questions. If anyone has any questions, you can put it in the chat box, or you can put it in your YouTube, so that we can able to answer your questions. So I'm open for questions. Today I have taken healthcare data analytics. Tomorrow I'll be taking a LinkedIn live, and tomorrow's topic is on patient centricity in clinical trial, how patient centricity can be utilized. And this is the future of treating the patients, that how patient can be utilized by taking decisions of the patients, outcome of the patients, and also understanding the patient is also integral part of your clinical research or drug discovery, or also the outcome of the patient. So any questions? I'm open for the questions, and congratulations for the people who have won for Hepatitis Day. We are happy to help you out. And I hope this session was useful to understand about healthcare data and how it can be used, applied, advantages, limitations, regulations, the process, the history, the current, future, the current industry, and the future of healthcare data analytics. If we don't have any questions, we'll be dropping off now. Thank you so much for joining on the weekend for YouTube Live. Thank you. Have a nice, wonderful weekend. Thank you.